Helen here with Eyes on the Game here in New York City, being joined by Mr. Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. Now, the last time you were here, November 2017, you had that win over Jorge Masvidal, UFC 217. How does it feel to be back here now?
Oh, it's great. You know, New York City is kind of like my home away from home. Spent a lot of time here with Chris Weidman in the city as well. So it's awesome. The vibe here in New York City is it's epic.
Now, you do have that fight against Vicente Luque, but I know you were kind of targeting or hoping for maybe RDA, Robbie Lawler. What really happened then for the fight to not be able to materialize?
I don't know. I mean, maybe they weren't healed up. I know some of those guys had some injuries. Maybe it just didn't fall on a good time because I wanted to be on this card. You know, being on the first event at UFC 205, it just makes sense for me to come back here, and the cards here are always epic, and I just want to be a part of that. So Vicente Luque ended up calling me out after his win over Mike Perry, so we're like, hey, let's make this thing happen.
Yes, and it is happening just a few days away, but what did you think about his win over Mike?
I thought it was a good fight for sure. Both very tough opponents. I know it was kind of controversial. Some people gave it to Mike Perry, some people gave it to Vicente Luque. I thought it was a great fight for the both of them. And I think the deciding factor was that flying knee at the very end that just rearranged Mike Perry's face. So Vicente's tough, man. He took some really heavy shots. I know it was going to be hard to put away, but I'm ready for a 3-5 in a round war.
Yes. Well, speaking of flying knees, I mean, Jorge Masvidal, like I just mentioned, last time you fought here at the Garden, you did beat Jorge. What do you think about the BMF title, Jorge versus Nate?
I think it's pretty cool. I mean, definitely different. It shows that the game is evolving for sure. 10 years ago, I don't think the UFC would ever even think about doing something like this. So, the game is changing. But I think it's kind of inspirational, to be honest with you. I mean, to watch Masvidal, to be his last loss, and then him come back after 2 good wins, he's back up for a title contention. If he wins this fight today, could be fighting for a title here in 2020. So that's kind of inspires me a little bit. After my last loss, I can definitely be back to where I was this time last year, which was ranked #1.
Now, someone else that you have fought, Darren, he's making his UFC middleweight debut this weekend against Gastelum. What do you think of that?
I think it's a very tough fight for both of them, to be honest with you. I think Darren Till is definitely the bigger fighter, the taller fighter, the fighter with the most reach. But Kevin Gastelum's no joke. He's been in the game for a long time, fought guys in the division that are a lot taller and bigger reach than him too. So he's no slouch to the game, and he's got that experience. So it's going to be a tough fight for both of them for sure.
Who do you think wins?
Oh, man, that's a good one. For somebody like Darren Till to move up to the 185 division, fight one of the best guys in the division, Kevin Gastelum, I think it's going to be tough for him. So I'm going for Kevin for sure.
And then the welterweight title fight, UFC 245, that goes down in Las Vegas next month. Usman, Covington, what's your prediction? You
know what? You got the guy. I think Usman's a very good champion, to be honest with you. He's a good family man, good fighter. He's got a good set of people around him. And then you have that guy that everyone loves to hate, Colby Covington. Both very similar, both good wrestlers, and I bet the win comes down to the better striker, to be honest with you, because they both are very similar, trying to out-wrestle you. So I think Usman's the stronger fighter. Both have cardio for days, but I'm going for Usman.
Lastly, I know last time we spoke, you were promoting your YouTube channel. Now it's almost at 100,000 subscribers. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Yeah, this is something that me and my brother Tony decided to do just for the fun of it. I didn't know it was going to blow up like it did. So, we're just, 4 months, I think 5 months in, we're almost at 100,000 subscribers. So it's fun, man. We're having fun with it. Doing things like my diet. We have a Technique Tuesday. I'm going to be doing a YouTube Live actually going on Thursday for my weight cut. People want to know what that's about. So we're just along for the ride.
Yes, and all your fans love it, and they're excited to watch your fight this weekend. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Anytime.